This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog network. And now let's check in and see if CHARLEY-K1GZL is on frequency to bring us up to date on the latest 40-meter band propagation. Charlie's QTH is up north in northern New Hampshire, near the Canadian border. Charlie, got a copy?
Charlie, got a copy? Yes, Jim. You're running an S8 to about 10 over 9 direct from southern Indiana. You sound very Q5. Bitter cold up here. The low was 0. At noon it was 9 above 0 Fahrenheit. Right now it's mostly cloudy with a little drizzly snow in the air. A light to moderate northwest wind, and it's 5 degrees. 5 degrees above 0 Fahrenheit. It is cold. Go ahead.
Roger, Charlie. Well, not exactly the weather to take a long stroll down the promenade.
Stroll down the promenade. Absolutely not.
What you got for us? You have our aeronautical mobile?
Our aeronautical mobile? No, I will next week. He's flying out. He's going commercial on Monday out to Sacramento, California, and then he's flying Tuesday, and I'll be picking up here at 1600 GMT on 20. That would be on 20 meters, Jim. Go ahead.
Roger. And I still can't get over the fact that shorter antenna, that 8-foot antenna on that tail section, doesn't perform better on 20 meters than on 40. Just amazes me. 40. Just amazes me.
Well, it amazes me too, to tell you the truth. It's unbelievable what it can do. But there's one thing when he's facing east, when he's flying from west to east. I think some of that radiation might be reflecting off the top of the plane. The plane top being metal. Reflecting off the top of the plane. However, that doesn't explain why he's so good off the bat, off the fact. By the way, your signal is excellent, and here it is.
In fact, that shorter antenna, that 8-foot antenna on that tail section, doesn't perform better on 20 meters than on 40. Just amazes me.
Yeah, it amazes me. KC9VKV, K1GZL. Haven't worked into Australia in about 2.5 weeks.
Roger, is that you've tried and just conditions are not conducive?
Conditions are not conducive?
No, for one thing, I work Ian and a group, VK3MO, in the morning at just around 5 o'clock Eastern time. However, he told me he had some equipment failure, and then he hadn't gotten back to me. So I don't know. It may suddenly resume, or I may get on early in the morning and work some other people. But I miss those contacts. Jim, go ahead.
Oh, Roger. Well, you have a morning tradition almost working Australia, Roger.
Working Australia, Roger.
Yeah, it's very consistent. I would, there goes my voice. I would say 90% of the mornings, it is open into Australia. Some days a little better than others, of course. But the thing that slows it down, if either end of the transmission line, there is sporadic E clouds, and of course, they're about half the height of the F layer, which is about 175 miles up. That acts as a block, so the low angle going out bangs into this E layer, and it doesn't. All of it does not get up to the F layer. So if you get stuck behind an E layer cloud, you're in trouble. But the consistency of the bands are very good. But I believe we're coming out of the sunspot cycle at the present time, and over the next couple of years, 20 meters will be open longer, and also more so early in the morning. Right now, some days it's open some, but it's not as consistent as 40 meters, Jim. K1GZL.
Roger, Roger, Charlie. And the consistency coming up on 20 meters, how does that translate to 10 meters? More activity on 10?
10 meters, more activity on 10.
Well, 10 meters is another animal. You're getting pretty far up in the cycle. I think the time that 10 is open, it's mostly north, south skip, or sporadic E. Now, of course, when you get in the warmer months, you get the sporadic E. 10 meters is open between 5 and 900 miles, like a ton of bricks. Even when we were at the best of the sunspot cycle, 10 was not really around the world at DX in the summertime too much. But in the colder months, 10 really turned out to be the best band. Go ahead.
Roger, Roger. Well, I spent my first 2 years as a ham operator mostly on 10, and I did really enjoy it. But of course, after I got my general, HF really became the thing. Roger.
Really became the thing, Roger.
Oh yeah. HF is wonderful. It is wonderful. There's a big contest. I think it's a CQ Worldwide or something, but it starts in about a little over 3 hours, a little bit over 3 hours from now. So right through tomorrow, the band is going to be very, very loaded. I mean, really loaded. Well, look, Jim, I won't hold it any longer. I'll try to catch you next Friday. Excuse my voice, it's a little out right now, but please forgive me. And you've got an excellent signal. We have, on an average, 30 inches of snow on the ground with our present 5 above zero temperature. By next Thursday, we will probably be in the mid and upper 40s. Then I think it gets a little rainy of all things, and then cools down again by the following weekend. So we're going to be gradually coming out of it, whereas most of the country is getting well above normal. KC9VKV, K1GZL.
Roger, Roger, Charlie. Well, let me say 73 up that way, sir. Always a pleasure, and you stay warm. What was the temperature again?
Stay warm. What was the temperature again?
As when I looked just before we got on the air here, the temperature here on the 5th of February 2019 was 5 degrees above zero Fahrenheit, and with a moderate breeze blowing from the northwest, that gives a chill factor of 10 to 20 degrees below zero Fahrenheit.
Roger, Charlie. Well, gosh, I sure am glad you're there and not me. 73 up that way, Charlie. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next Friday, Roger.
We'll see you next Friday, Roger.
Okay, 73, Jim.
This is KC9VKV. Just a reminder, my name is Jim, and I'm better known in some circles as Dr. VKV. And we're recording now live till 5, so if you have a radio you want to check out, give us a shout. We'll post this recording up on YouTube in the next couple of days. So when you go to YouTube, just do a call and a search for KC9VKV along with today's date, 3/5/21, and that will take you directly to this recording. If you just do a call letter search for KC9VKV, that will take you to our Qso-Vlog page, where we're now featuring about 1,500 recorded Qso-Vlogs. So this is KC9VKV. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.